Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Make Japa Great Again. Thanks for coming. And today, we have a real treat for you. I have another instruction given by Srila Prabhupada about japa that's going to change your life. And you'll feel encouraged to chant japa every day, knowing that the result is everything good will come from the process. In 1970, February, Srila Prabhupada wrote the following: when we chant, we must concentrate our mind on the sound vibration, and in that way, everything will be revealed one after another. The form, the qualities, pastimes, etc. of the Lord. And this is the way of cultivating spiritual realization. Would you like to hear it one more time? When we chant, we must concentrate our mind on the sound vibration, and in that way everything will be revealed one after another. The form, the qualities, pastimes, etc. of the Lord. And this is the way of cultivating spiritual realization. What did you hear? Concentrate the mind on the sound vibration. Why should you do that? Everything will be revealed one after another. What kinds of things will be revealed? All from chanting the holy name. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? So we can feel free to focus our mind, concentrate our mind just hearing the sound vibration. The mind wants to find something nice, and it wanders all over the universe looking at stupid stuff. But we have the best thing, and that's Krishna. And Krishna is available in his name. And if we just listen to the vibration and learn, practice to concentrate our mind on that vibration, then everything will be revealed. Everything that we're looking for. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mantra in the Srimad Bhagavatam by Karabhajana Muni says, Abhishta Doham. If you do this, then your heart's desire will be fulfilled. What you're actually looking for will be fulfilled. I may have my idea about how to fulfill my desires, but only Krishna can fulfill our desires perfectly. In fact, he's known as Vañcātita, which means that he fulfills our desires beyond what we could imagine, what we could have thought of. So it's an excellent idea to just focus the mind on the vibration of the holy name. Do you all agree? Yes. Let's try. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Hare Krishna. We'll just revisit the instruction Prabhupada gave for this morning, and then very briefly talk about what it means to concentrate and how to concentrate. Prabhupada writes, when we chant, we must concentrate our mind on the sound vibration, and in that way everything will be revealed one after another. The form, the qualities, pastimes, etc. of the Lord. And this is the way of cultivating spiritual realization. And in the process of deity worship, there are 5 stages. The first stage in deity worship is called yoga, where one sits down before starting the puja and meditates upon oneself as the eternal servant of Krishna. There are various statements. Naham vipro nacha narapatir napi vaisho nashudro naham barni nacha gripatir no varasto itirava kintu prodyan nikila paramananda purnam ratabdir gopi bartu parakamalayor das anudasaha. This is part of the process in deity worship called yoga, where one concentrates one's mind on what one is and what one isn't. I'm not any of the varnas or ashrams that Bhagavatam is saying, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to recite this verse at Ratha Yatra. But what am I? I'm a servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna, actually of the gopis who are, of Krishna who's the maintainer of the gopis. So one identifies oneself as a servitor, because that helps when one's approaching Krishna through the holy name or through the deity worship to remember why I'm doing this. So taking a moment to prepare to concentrate is very helpful. And also, Krishna gives an instruction in the Bhagavad Gita, several instructions in chapter 6 about what it means to concentrate. And one of them that comes to my mind is where he says that to wherever the mind wanders, and whenever it wanders, one has to bring it back under the control of the self. So you can imagine the mind wandering off like a child wanders off, and you don't just let the child go into the marketplace and then it's lost, but you keep bringing the child back. Somehow or other tether yourself to the child and keep bringing it back. And of course the parent is patient and knows that the mind needs this kind of direction and needs to know that it's not okay to wander way off. And after a while, the child gets used to the idea of sticking around. So this is one of the instructions Krishna gives. Don't be disconcerted. Hey, that goes with concentration because it has the same word, disconcert. That don't be disconcerted, be concentrated. And that means don't be concerted if your mind does wander off. Just patiently bring it back to the sound of the Mahamantra and keep listening. So, concentrate. You have a center. Center means concentrate. The rest of it is just sort of, they're filler words, con and trait. But sen means you have a center. And you keep coming back to that. So you have to decide ahead of time that this is the place where we're going to meet and keep bringing it back. A couple brief realizations so far about concentrating. And also the idea that everything comes from that. Please. Thank you.
The more that I value something, the easier it is to concentrate. And the more knowledge that I have, the easier it is to value something.
That's true. Like, you can be falling asleep, chanting japa, and then somebody taps you on the shoulder and says, hey, you just won something. Like, what? Where? Where is it? If we can know, well, we already did win something in the holy name, we'll be, and that everything else comes from that. Okay, anybody else? We need human interaction.
I've been trying to use different strategies telling my mind. One day, I read this quote and it really, really helped me that day. And a few days later, like for example, Kṛṣṇa is actually sitting and listening to me chanting. And then I start thinking, if I just bound, no, Kṛṣṇa is actually listening. So then again, I was able to concentrate for some time, but then again mind would go away. The next time I'll say, I have to listen to every mantra, the beginning of the mantra, like Burujana Prabhu's book, he explains. So every Hare. So using different strategies on different days, it's more easier to concentrate because the mind also gives a different set of stuff later.
Sure. And Bhaktivinod Ṭhākura recommends that in the Harinām Cintāmani, that you can try various ways, be inventive. Another very realistic way to become focused is to remember Queen Kuntī's admonition that if you're puffed up, feeling that you have something, then you won't take shelter of the holy name. And the best way to concentrate, of course, is to have love. And then you automatically have that sense of thinking of the person and saying his name. But if you also feel helpless, then there's a sense of crying out that is very natural for us because we're in a precarious situation. So Queen Kuntī advises us to remember that we're akiñcana, we don't have anything. Meaning that whatever we think we do have is a facade. It can't help us. It's just borrowed plumes, as Prabhupada says. So if we can have that sense that I need help, and there's only one person who can really help me, and it's Krishna, then I'll have that sense of helplessness where I can call out. That helps to concentrate the mind also. Prabhupada Purī.
Hare Krishna. And there's a line from one of the songs, I think it's one of the songs for the Worshipping the Spiritual Master, that says, I have sat down here desiring your company. So when I start my japa, I think I direct that desire to Krishna, that you're my best friend, you're my eternal well-wisher, and I'm your servant, and I've set aside this time for us, and I'm just sitting here desiring your company as I chant.
That's beautiful. Okay, let's try again. Okay, last one.
Something that helps me a lot is remembering the verse. It's like Tunde Tanda Vaniratim Vitanute. It says, I don't know how much nectar the two syllables Krishna have produced. That's how it starts. But then it goes into, when the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many millions of mouths, and then it enters the holes of the ears, and we desire many, many ears, and then it dances in the courtyard of the heart, and it conquers the activities of the mind. And that's really helpful for me to remember, because sometimes I can't go directly to the heart. I can't go directly to feeling it, and even hearing it, sometimes my mind is too loud, but so I kind of go in that order. I feel it. I feel myself say the mantra, and I see how it feels on my tongue to pronounce the different syllables, and then I can start to hear it, and then gradually it just naturally goes into the heart.
Very nice. Thank you. Well, we can bring that verse to one of our sessions. Gaur Premanande Haribol. Dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you so desire, you can repeat. Please empower us to concentrate our minds on your holy names. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Everyone agrees with this prayer in whole or in part, please say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vanchakopalarusha. Kripasinabhe Vachapatitam Pavanibhyo Vaishnave.